Good morning, I'm Lacie Lowry. Right now at 6 o'clock, police say a domestic dispute in southwest Oklahoma City ended in gunfire this morning. The information they want you to know as they search for the shooter.
And a student athlete is seen on video losing consciousness after a teammate puts him in a chokehold. I'm Lisa Monahan in for Robin Marsh. The family's concerned about how the school's handling this.
I'm Colby Thelen. Plans for the new jail site in southeast Oklahoma City hit another snag. The costly step county leaders now face before construction can move forward.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Good morning. Hope you had a great long weekend. Glad you're waking up with us here on a Tuesday morning. You know, we've been waiting for the other shoe to drop in a sense. Like winter temperature is going to crank back up and it's going to feel like the end of summer.
No.
Doesn't look like it's coming. Yeah. That's the exciting part, right?
I think the super hot stuff is over.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing. Usually we're sweating to death right now in September. Yeah. So I know some kids don't even have school today. It's like a long weekend. So maybe sleeping in again this morning. Who knows?
That would be nice. What is that? We don't know what that is. Yeah. Let's talk to Megan in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Hey, Megan.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Not to say that we won't have still a couple of warm to hot days as we go through the next 9 days, but we are still tracking that strong early September cold front that will take us back to another fall feeling, even though we've been below normal here for really the last 4 to 5 days. Here's the view to greet you on your Tuesday morning as you get things going after the long holiday weekend. Notice a little bit of rain there on our Joey Mitchell and Brianna Brown's windshield as we've got some light showers moving through the metro right now on the west side, Northwest Expressway back to I-40. Some light sprinkles have moved through Bethany down to Will Rogers, and we will continue to see the rain move in here over the next 1 to 2 hours. So as you get the kiddos ready at the bus stop, make sure they've got the rain gear handy. The bulk of the rain, it is still up to the north and west. It is slowly drifting to the south and to the east. Some moderate to some pockets of heavy rain over Okarche right now on the south sides of Kingfisher, moving to Piedmont, headed to Yukon, to El Reno, and we'll continue to track showers really through the day today. Highest chances will be off into eastern Oklahoma as we go into the afternoon and the evening. Here's the live look from our Lucky Stars Skycam network. We are 72 degrees and overcast at Will Rogers right now. More on that big cold front, actually 2 cold fronts and rain chances as we go to the big weekend. It's coming up. Back to you all.
One person is shot multiple times in southwest Oklahoma City. Police tell News 9 it happened near Southwest 65th and Penn. Police tell us it all started as a domestic dispute when a man pulled out a gun and started shooting. A male victim was struck in the hand and the leg. Investigators say the suspect then ran away. He's still on the run this morning. If you have any information, you're asked to call police. And more, a man has died after he was hit by a truck while he was riding a lawnmower. It happened near Southeast 12th and Eastern around 3 p.m. yesterday. It's not clear at this time if the man was in the road when he was struck. Officers say the driver of the vehicle stayed at the scene. The crash is under investigation.
Well, the grandparents of a Caney Valley football player are outraged over a video of their grandson passing out briefly from a chokehold. The family says it happened earlier this month, but they only found out about it just last week through this video. The teammate involved was given a 10-day suspension, but the grandparents believe the school is downplaying the incident.
That's why we send them to school, is thinking they're going to be taken care of and taught what needs to be taught to survive in the world, not strangling someone out or belittling each other or any of that.
Now, the superintendent of Caney Valley Public Schools just north of Tulsa tells us that, quote, the school issued discipline aligned with our school policy with the information that was available.
Oklahoma City Mayor David Holt says violent crime in the city is on the decline. He credits policing efforts and youth diversion programs like the one started by Reverend Derek Scobie. It's called the In by 10 campaign. It was started back in July to inspire parents to implement a 10 p.m. curfew for their kids.
In order for us to have a great city, a great world, we're going to have to make the difference in these young people.
So Mayor Holt says that homicides fell 21% compared to this time last year.
Your time now, 6:05. A quick check of traffic this morning. Here's a live look on the Lucky Star Skycam network. We are not hearing any word of any crashes right now on the interstates through the metro. That's always a good thing. As you're waking up, just be safe, and we'll check again in the next 10 minutes.
Construction for Oklahoma County's new jail has hit another roadblock.
Yeah, commissioners say the site has contaminated soil and it'll have to be removed quickly to keep construction on track. Matt McCabe shares the next steps.
Oklahoma County has started taking steps to implement its vision for a county jail and behavioral care center on this land in southeast Oklahoma City. In April, dirt crews found a small problem.
There's a couple areas that are very wet and aren't meeting compaction.
At the time, county leaders were told that issue was possibly an old salt pond, but also relatively small, spanning only 50 square yards.
But these are unforeseen conditions that happen on a lot of projects, and it seems to happen to us every time.
But now county leaders are faced with a new request to help move 3,700 cubic yards of contaminated soil. Documents indicate the issue is hydrocarbons in some areas of the soil. The site of the new jail has a previous history of oil drilling, but a standard site assessment last year didn't discover any significant environmental hazards.
Item 21, I need to strike this and bring it back to you. Hopefully a special meeting Friday. So I don't lose any more time on this issue, or that'd be my request.
County engineer Stacy Trumbo tabled a $360,000 contract to remove the contaminated soil during a meeting last week, but tells News 9 he expects it to reappear on the agenda for this Wednesday's Board of County Commissioners meeting. In Oklahoma City, Matt McCabe, Oklahoma's Own News 9.
Now, the company the county might work with says it can finish the work within 3 weeks once it gets approved.
A special meeting for the State Board of Education this Wednesday has been approved. 4 board members requested the meeting with the Secretary of State in order to hire new legal counsel after the previous attorney stepped down. The board was supposed to vote on that last week, but that meeting was canceled. So this new meeting now scheduled for 10 a.m. Wednesday, we will be following.
State lawmakers will meet this morning at 9 o'clock to study the impact of food dyes on Oklahoma residents. State senators will look at how the additives impact our health, the workforce, and agriculture. Edmond State Senator Kristen Thompson is leading this interim study. We actually spoke to her earlier this year when she tried to pass a bill banning 21 different additives.
Why are these harmful chemicals banned in other countries, but in America, where we have some of the highest healthcare spending, they're still allowed?
Her bill stalled in the Senate, but can be heard again in the upcoming session. We'll let you know what happens with the study this morning.
All right, 6:08 your time right now. And of course, we're talking about the fall temperatures. Excited that they're going to be sticking around. But game day's coming this weekend. And
Huge day in Norman.
That's big time. Come on.
So exciting. It's just sad that Lee Corso won't be there, right?
I know. That was emotional last weekend.
I love him so much, but love the game day crew. That'll be really exciting. We will be dodging some rain on Saturday. So, of course, you know that we'll have a little bit more as we get a little closer. We fine-tune that forecast, tracking some showers on the radar here on your Tuesday morning, moving in from the northwest. It is light activity, not even any lightning with any of this. But as the kiddos head to the bus stop, get going after the long weekend, you will want to make sure they have the rain gear handy, especially on the northwest sides. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast. We'll get rid of the rain as we go into about the 9 to 10 o'clock hour. A slight chance for a shower into the afternoon. More on a big cold front, weekend rain chances. It's coming up after the break.
Also ahead this morning, President Trump's immigration policies are reshaping the U.S. workforce. And your jackpot dreams are still alive this morning. No winner yet from that Powerball drawing. Your top national stories are next.
And lawmakers are back at work on the final pieces of next year's spending plan. The timeline Congressman Tom Cole is pushing to avoid a government shutdown. We'll show you ahead.
Retired.
All right, time for the bus stop forecast this morning. Like I said, Edmond is out of school today. I wonder if any other districts. I know had a kind of extra long weekend, I guess.
Yeah, why not?
Sure, there's a lot of
smart taking off
They
the
just
day
started
after
school.
Labor Day.
Yeah, they just started.
I'm sure there's a lot of kids that are going to claim that they're not in school today.
I did double check when my boys said we don't have school. I was like, yeah, right. I was like, oh, you don't have it today. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, a little bit of rain for the kiddos at the bus stop this morning. Should move out mid-morning and then we'll be mostly dry into the afternoon. We will have a few showers, mainly from Oklahoma City off to the east. I do want to just go ahead and recap the weekend. Our temperatures, 83 degrees in Oklahoma City yesterday. There were spots in southern Oklahoma, Hobart to Altus, that was in the low 90s. And we'll have a brief warm up here over the coming days before another big cold front arrives in two parts. The first front on Thursday, second front on Friday. And these are our average high temperatures, what you would expect for this time of year. Our average highs have now fallen into the upper 80s, and our temperatures are going to be somewhere in here, kind of what you would expect mid-October to early November by the time we get into the weekend. We had thunderstorms take off with the heating of the day along a weak boundary up in northern Oklahoma during the afternoon and evening. Yesterday, our Kyle Wilson was out keeping an eye on those storms as they produce damaging winds to 60 and 70 miles per hour. Those of you in Camargo know what I'm talking about. 74-mile-per-hour wind gusts there. And we had some winds in the northwest, Harper County, but at the mesonet sites, winds only about 40 to 50 miles per hour. We've got some scattered showers on the radar this morning, kind of more widespread rain building in from the northwest into Oklahoma City right now. And I've got a driving shot for you, our crews out on the roadways, and notice the moisture on the windshield. Kind of hard to see, a few sprinkles, very light rain, no lightning with any of this. Flip on the windshield wipers every now and then. They are headed westbound on I-44 now, getting off there. But I just wanted to give you a view of what will greet you here on your Tuesday morning. So we'll zoom in and show you what's going on. We've had sprinkles, light shower activity coming in from the north and west, Northwest Expressway, back down to the south and west sides, I-35. The bulk of the rain is back off to the north and west. Piedmont, back to Okarche, now moving out of Kingfisher. Still some light rain ongoing on the southeast sides of Kingfisher. Drying out in Watonga, Calumet, some light to moderate rain. And again, that's drifting to the south and to the east. So it will be around for the bus stop and for the morning drive, but it is light to moderate shower activity. A few ongoing showers up near Stillwater if you've got kids that are going to OSU and getting going here on their Tuesday morning. Here's the live look from our Lucky Stars Skycam network, looking off to the north from Broadway Extension. More clouds around. We've had several days of quite a bit of cloud cover at times, more sunshine, other times more clouds, 90% humidity here on your Tuesday. And we are tracking that cold front as it is off to the north, moving through North Dakota this morning. Morning temperatures across the Midwest, the Great Lakes are in the 50s and the 60s. And as we go into Thursday and Friday, those morning temperatures will be in the 30s and the 40s as Arctic and Canadian air takes over. There is some storm activity ongoing out ahead of that cold front, and as we go into the afternoon, the evening tomorrow, as that cold front approaches from the north, we will watch for thunderstorms to develop along and out ahead of it. So the first front, it comes through overnight tomorrow and into early Thursday morning, and then another reinforcing front early Friday. We'll drop our highs back to the 70s with daily rain chances as moisture comes in from the southwest with an area of low pressure. It doesn't look to be quite as wet as our last big cold front, but we will have rain around every single day through the weekend and into early next week. And we'll kind of fine tune it as we get a little closer. Temperatures are pretty mild out the door, low to mid 60s, a north breeze today, and we'll have a little bit more sunshine, especially areas to the west of Oklahoma City, upper 70s and low to mid 80s. And here are your rain chances for today. A 20 to a 30% chance off to the east. Tonight, it's quiet, partly cloudy skies. And then tomorrow, we're going to warm it up a couple of degrees more, 90s in the southwest. There's the cold front up to the north. And as it slides south tomorrow afternoon and evening, rain and storm chances are highest across the north. And a few of those storms could be strong to severe. Of course, we'll watch it. We'll have our storm trackers out tomorrow afternoon and evening. On Thursday, even though the cold front moves through, it is still a warm day by Friday into Saturday and Sunday. Guys, we are back to feeling like fall. It will be on the wet side and temperatures in the low 70s. Back to you.
Members of Congress are getting back to work this week after a month-long break.
And for many lawmakers, the top priority, avoiding a government shutdown. Our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron has details from the Oklahoma delegation.
Well, once Congress finished with the big, beautiful bill in early July, House Appropriations Chair Tom Cole set a lofty goal for himself: get all 12 appropriations bills out of committee before the August recess. He came close, getting 9 out, but says it's now time to get back to work.
We need to finish the last 3 bills in committee. That's really my job, is to get those bills out of committee.
Congressman Cole is hopeful they can move some of the smaller, less controversial funding bills to the president's desk before the end of the month, along with a continuing resolution to buy more time to work on the more difficult bills.
We don't want to go all the way to Christmas. We'd like to do it into November, probably before Thanksgiving, and just see how far we can go.
The bigger appropriations bills, the ones to fund education and health and human services, still need top-line numbers, which will be harder to negotiate.
Our leadership will have to either empower the 4 top appropriators, that is the chairman of the 2 committees and the ranking members, to negotiate a top line, or they're going to have to do it themselves with the Democrats and the White House.
The White House has its own priorities right now, one of them being trying to reduce crime in cities run by Democrats. After deploying National Guard troops in D.C., the president praised the city's mayor on social media Monday for, quote, working with him and bringing crime down to virtually nothing, urging officials in Chicago and other cities to do the same.
They need someone to help them get the dangerous criminals off their streets.
The Senate, meanwhile, will be back trying to get more of President Trump's nominees off the wait list.
A lot of maneuvering and discussions this month, a very rapid pace in September when we get back.
In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.
The Trump administration's immigration policies are reshaping the U.S. workforce. According to analysis conducted by the Pew Research Center, the number of immigrant workers declined by 1.2 million between January and the end of July. That number includes migrants in the country illegally and legally.
Well, Nestle CEO Laurent Freisha has been dismissed after an investigation into his undisclosed relationship with a subordinate. Freisha will be replaced by Philip Navratil, a longtime Nestle executive.
Still no Powerball winner. The jackpot's now risen to $1.3 billion, the 5th largest in the game's history. So the next drawing is going to be tomorrow night. It has a cash value of about $589 million before taxes.
Dang. All right, 6:20. If you are heading out the door to go to work after a long weekend, we want to take a look at the roadways. As you can see in the top left corner of your screen there, rain coming down in the metro. We have our Joey Mitchell news tracker out there watching the roads for you, but no major accidents to report. Everything looking A-OK. Just buckle up and be safe.
And coming up, a new group is stepping in to help preserve Oklahoma City's historic Film Row. Now they're trying to keep the doors open for generations to come. A story ahead. Welcome back. A group of Oklahomans is working hard now to preserve the iconic Film Row in downtown OKC.
It's been there since the early 1900s. The Oklahoma Film Exchange actually formed in July and garnered so much support in the last few weeks, it's been able to keep the Paramount Theater open on a month-to-month lease. The group operates mostly on donations, so people who want to see a movie don't have to pay.
Right now we're doing a pay-what-you-can model, which just goes for ticket admission. We just want to open up the opportunity for people who want to experience art but maybe just don't have a lot to give. That should not discredit them from coming in and experiencing something.
The Film Exchange says the Paramount on Film Row will open back up September 11th with a mystery film. Does that mean it's a mystery? They don't know what it is yet, or it's a film about a mystery?
Well,
maybe both.
You know what?
There are a number of clues
we'll
placed
answer
throughout
it
the city.
coming up.
You must figure it out.
That's awesome. It's over on Sheridan if you ever want to check it out.
Yeah, what's not a mystery is the forecast has been fantastic, and it's going to continue that way. We're all happy about that, Megan.
Hey guys, good morning. A true fall feeling. It is going to continue as we go into the back half of this week. We've still got several warm to even hot days headed our way. And I want to start by showing you our Integris camera, Northwest Expressway, Lake Hefner Parkway. The rain, it is coming down, moving in from the northwest. So the roads are wet. Windshield wipers, going to have them going here for your Tuesday morning drive. 72 degrees. Again, the rain moving in from the northwest. This is really all we've got to contend with today. it slides to the south and to the east. So here through the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock hour, it will be wet, and then we'll dry it out and have a chance for a few additional showers into the afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 70s, the low 80s again today. Still tracking that strong cold front. Details coming up here in a few minutes. Back to you.
Coming up, a new state audit reveals nearly $100 million in misspent tax dollars. The changes that lawmakers say are already in place to fix the problem.
Plus, your electric bill may be going up again. The long-term cost increase customers could see if new power units are approved.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
Good morning. 6:30 on your Tuesday morning, taking a live look at the Devon Tower, still lit up red, white, and blue here on the Lucky Stars Skycam network. And look at that rainy streets out there. It's coming down for a little bit. Our news tracker ran into some rain just a little bit ago, but looks like you might still see some wet roadways as you're heading out the door this morning. We're glad you're with us. It's been a nice week. We've enjoyed the rain, but it was a nice break yesterday.
I was excited to see the sun.
Yeah.
I'm like, we need the sun.
I'm just loving the cooler temperatures, not sweating to death in September. Crazy, we're already in September, Megan.
So hard to believe, guys. And really, we'll have several days that are going to be warmer here over the next several days that we've had in quite some time, but still below normal temperature-wise. I know we're getting going here after a holiday weekend and the roads are wet, so really make sure you leave a little bit of extra time out the door. Not expecting any ponding on the roadways. Those of you on the south side, from Moore down to Norman, the roads, other than an isolated sprinkle or two, they are dry, but that will change here. So here's the big view on the radar. South, down to Norman, to Tribby, back down to Chickasha and Tuttle. We've had a few sprinkles, but the bulk of the rain is coming in from the north. It is more widespread, light to moderate, but some heavy downpours will be possible at times from Okarche back to Piedmont, and this is moving in to the west sides of OKC right now. A few sprinkles at this time, but it will become more widespread as the morning rolls on. So for the kiddos at the bus stop, a 60% chance for rain. Make sure they've got the rain gear handy. As we go to the afternoon, we'll dry it out. A slight chance for an isolated shower or two into the afternoon and the evening. Coming up, details on our two cold fronts that take us back to the fall feeling and daily rain chances. Guys, see you in a few.
Some headlines now. One person is shot multiple times in southwest Oklahoma City. It happened near Southwest 65th and Penn early this morning. Police tell us it started as a domestic dispute when a man pulled out a gun and started shooting. A male victim was struck in the hand and the leg. Investigators say the suspect ran away and is still on the run right now. If you have any information about this shooting, call Oklahoma City Police. In Moore, a man has died after he was hit by a truck while he was riding a lawnmower. It happened near Southeast 12th and Eastern around 3 p.m. yesterday. It's still unclear right now if the man was in the road when he was struck. Officers say the driver of the truck stayed at the scene, and that crash is under investigation.
The grandparents of a Caney Valley football player are outraged over a video of their grandson passing out after being in a chokehold. The family says it happened earlier this month, but they only found out about it just last week with this video. The teammate involved was given a 10-day suspension, but the grandparents believe the school's downplaying the incident.
That's why we send them to school, is thinking they're going to be taken care of and taught what needs to be taught to survive in the world, not strangling someone out or belittling each other or any of that.
Well, the superintendent of Caney Valley Public Schools just north of Tulsa tells us that, quote, the school issued discipline aligned with our school policy with the information that was available.
Oklahoma City Mayor David Holt says violent crime in the city is on the decline. He credits policing efforts and youth diversion programs like one started by Reverend Derek Scobie. It's called the In by 10 campaign, which was started back in July to inspire parents to implement a 10 p.m. curfew for their kids.
In order for us to have a great city, a great world, we're going to have to make the difference in these young people.
And Mayor Holt says that homicides fell 21% compared to this time last year.
Your time now, 6:33. Here's a check of traffic on the Lucky Star Skycam network. There's a live look at all the interstates in our city. Everything looking good so far. There is some rain coming down lightly, so roads are wet. Please be careful. Leave yourself some extra time out the door this morning.
The Oklahoma State Auditor, Cindy Byrd, releases a federal audit that found more than $93 million of questioned costs from 2023.
The report shows discrepancies with how state agencies spent COVID relief dollars. But this is not the first time concerns have been raised. Our Capitol reporter Haley Hetrick explains.
The majority of the questioned cost came from Oklahoma DHS and how the agency spent federal pandemic dollars.
One of the primary purposes of the grant was to help child care facilities cover normal operating expenses like payroll and rent during the pandemic.
State Auditor Cindy Byrd released these findings less than a week ago, but it's a problem Senate Health and Human Services Chairman Paul Rosino has been looking at for years now.
And I have been saying for a long time, especially in child care, that we are going to fall off a cliff. We cannot afford to continue paying what we're paying.
Since March of 2020, Oklahoma DHS has received $791 million under the umbrella of the Federal Child Care Development Grant.
The federal government just said, push this money out, we'll worry about regulating it later. That was a mistake.
At the time, daycares were also able to self-regulate.
Most of them are going to say they're 5 stars. Well, then we pay the subsidy based on that.
The legislature has fixed that issue, now requiring DHS to monitor and regulate each site so costs aren't inflated.
DHS, in their title alone, is human services. And so we have to make sure that they are taking care of humans before anything else.
The current director of DHS was appointed in late 2024, more than a year after the end of the fiscal year the audit was looking at.
I had told him he should probably ask for an audit so that everything that happened in the past is not blamed on him.
While the legislature will get a copy of the audit to view, Senator Rosino says most of the problems pointed out have already been addressed.
We have been talking about this for years, and the Senate in particular has worked very hard to fix some of these problems.
For Oklahoma's Own, I'm Haley Hetrick.
DHS Director Jeffrey Cartmell says the department values feedback and will use that to improve DHS programs.
Today, Mercy Health will open a brand new 24-hour emergency room to the public at its Love County Hospital. As hospital officials say that it'll be staffed 24/7 for walk-in emergencies or patients brought to the ER by ground or air ambulance. They say this will be as close to normal as medical services have been since that tornado damaged the hospital in Marietta last year.
Well, your OG&E bill could be going up again. It's the 4th raise the electric company has requested in the last year. Now, the electric company has asked the Oklahoma Corporation Commission to approve 2 additional natural gas combustion units to keep up with the growing demand for electrical power. Now, if approved, residential customers would see a 60-cent increase in 2026 and almost $5 by 2031. Well, a Red River rivalry tradition back at OU to fight food insecurity. The OU Food Pantry is co-hosting the 3rd Red River Food Fight with UT Austin. The schools are competing to see who can raise the most food donations by pounds. You can drop off donation at the OU Food Pantry today through October 4th.
The Oklahoma State Fair is just 1 week away, believe it or not. It's a staple for families here in our state and really all over the country. But some are dealing with sticker shock for their state fairs. In Iowa, organizers say it costs more to put on the state fair this year because of inflation and restrictions from sponsors. That means prices are going up.
We do hear from them all the time about the price of things. We just bought our kids standard hot dog and it was $7.50. So yeah, it feels a little steep.
$7.50 for a wiener. Good grief. All right, here at home, the Oklahoma State Fair offering this, the Little Book of Big Deals. Organizers say there are more than 50 coupons in there. The whole book costs $5, but if you use all the coupons, it would save you about $250.
But how much you had to spend to use the coupons? That's the question.
I don't know.
Hey, if you're going to spend it anyway, I'm ready for a little inflation to my waistline after the state fair.
Going to feel inflated. 10 days of it.
Yeah.
I love this time of year. News 9's going to have some booths out there. And Megan, you're going to be joining us for the first time this year.
Yeah, cannot wait to meet everybody at home. It's one of my favorite parts of the job is getting to meet all of the people that we start our day with. And as you do get going here on your Tuesday, tracking a little bit of rain that is moving in to OKC from the northwest. Let me show you the roads right now. They are wet. Windshield wipers will be going. This is the view from Northwest Expressway, Lake Hefner Parkway. A little slow going. It's very light. Shower activity could have a few pockets of moderate to heavy early rain, but for the most part, not going to slow you down too bad in terms of ponding on the roadways. But the kiddos, they need the rain gear at the bus stop, extra time out the door. We'll talk about the rest of your Tuesday, that big cold front on your 9-day after the break.
And coming up, plans for a new jail site in southeast Oklahoma City hit another snag. The costly step county leaders can now be facing before construction can move forward.
Plus, a special meeting for the Department of Education has been approved. The issue the board members want resolved after their last meeting was canceled. We're back after this.
Okay, we started talking about the state fair. It starts next week, and now we can't stop talking about state fair food.
Now we're ready for it.
Yeah.
The tacos. You said you're known to what did you?
A corn dog in each hand. I love a corn dog.
Yeah.
Corn dogs are good, but I am an Indian taco person. The Dan's Indian tacos are so good.
Oh my gosh, funnel cake for me, guys.
Funnel cake.
Yeah.
All of it.
All of it. We love all of it. Yeah. We don't discriminate around here.
No. Hey, I do want to get to the roads. I know we've got a lot of folks that are headed back to work, maybe taking the kiddos to school after the long holiday weekend. We'll start by showing you the view from our Norman camera. Just kidding. I'm going to show you storms from last night. We had storms during the afternoon, the evening up in northwestern Oklahoma, and these storms produce winds 60 to 70 miles per hour. We had our Kyle Wilson. He was up in Harper County as these storms were severe, and then they weakened. They did not make it into the metro, but check out the blinding rain and these storms. They packed a punch with the heating of the day, and then they weakened and lost their steam. We'll dive in. I do want to get you to the roadways right now. I know you're headed out the door. So here's the view from our Norman camera. Check it out. How beautiful. It is dry in Norman right now and headed into Oklahoma City. You are just fine on your drive times. The rain is moving in from the northwest, so it's going to take longer to get to the south and the southeast sides. This is our Integris Cam, Northwest Expressway, and Lake Hefner Parkway. And if we can take Joey Mitchell's shot, and I want to show you at street level how it looks. This is not blinding rain by any means. It is light to moderate rain activity. He is on Northwest Expressway. Windshield wipers going here. You can see the sprinkles. And again, it's super light shower activity. Not worried about any lightning for the kiddos at the bus stop, but make sure they have the rain gear as they get going and they head back to school. Here's our kind of bulk of the rain. Again, moving in from the northwest sides. It's moved through Geary to Watonga to Kingfisher, now over Okarche to El Reno, and back into the west sides of OKC. Some light showers on the southeast side, up the Broadway extension, headed to Edmond, moving through the village, back to Northwest Expressway, Lake Hefner Parkway. But again, the bulk is still back off to the north and west, and this is slowly sliding south and east. So we've got a couple of rainy hours here in Oklahoma City. Rain chances are the highest now through about 7 to 8 o'clock, and then it will start to wind on down into the afternoon. A slight chance for an isolated shower or two, mainly from Oklahoma City off to the east. I'll show you that here in just a second. Temperatures, they're running in the 60s. We've got a light north wind this morning. This afternoon, a north breeze at 10 to 20 miles per hour. So a weak boundary. A weak front is pushing through today. That's why we had storms go up during the afternoon and the evening yesterday. So today will be a couple of degrees cooler than yesterday. Upper 70s, low 80s, and a little bit warmer down to the south and west. Highest chances here, rain chances for today, a 20 to a 30% chance off into eastern Oklahoma. Tonight, it is dry, it's quiet, and tomorrow and into your Thursday, the focus turns to our next cold front. It's a big cold front, just like the last one that we had. It's moving through North Dakota this morning, and temperatures, they're running in the 50s, the 60s, and ultimately the farther south you go, the 70s. But this will look so much different in the coming days as temperatures across the Great Lakes, the Midwest, morning lows in the 30s and the 40s. Could even have a little bit of snow up in the north and east. Afternoon highs in the 50s. For us here at home, that push of the cooler air, the north wind, it arrives overnight Wednesday and into Thursday morning with a secondary push on Friday. Along with that, we're watching an area of low pressure down to the southwest, and watch all the moisture spread to the north and east as we go through the weekend. and into early next week. We will track essentially daily rain chances this weekend and into early next week, along with the cool and the below normal temperatures. Temperatures are running in the upper 50s and the low 60s tonight. It's quiet, it's dry, and tomorrow the cold front, it continues diving south. By tomorrow afternoon, it is in southern Kansas, and that will be the focal point for storms tomorrow afternoon and evening, kind of our trigger, if you will. Tomorrow, it is still a warm to a hot day. I know the cold front, it's coming in. Thursday is actually still going to be a warm to a hot day as well. It's not till Friday and the weekend that we start to feel the effects. So tomorrow, it's going to be the first day in quite some time that at least through the morning into the afternoon, we don't have much in the way of shower and thunderstorm chances. But in the afternoon and evening, as the cold front dives southward, we'll watch for thunderstorms to develop in southern Kansas and move into northern Oklahoma, very similar to yesterday afternoon and evening. So right now, highest chances in far northern Oklahoma. They should weaken through the overnight tomorrow night and into Thursday morning. There's a slight chance a few remnant showers and thunderstorms make it into the metro, but a few of those storms could be strong to severe. So we'll have our storm trackers out, of course, keeping you up to date with the very latest. Here's the temperature outlook this weekend and into early next week. Check out all the below normal temperatures from Oklahoma off to the east. Really, the northeast is where the bulk of the big time cold air will stay, but it is going to impact a big part of the country, and all of us fall lovers are very happy about it. Here's your forecast. 20% chance for showers into the afternoon and evening. 79 is your high today. Tomorrow we'll warm it up some, and then we'll see that cold front come in early Thursday. Temperatures again still warm on your Thursday. By Friday, a 30% chance for showers, a high of 78. And the weekend, shower thunderstorm chances and highs in the low 70s. Guys, back to you.
All right, Megan, thank you. The new Oklahoma County Jail hits another roadblock, this time in the form of contaminated soil. Commissioners tabled a contract to remove 3,700 cubic yards of soil contaminated by hydrocarbons. It's about the size of a football field. The county's engineer tells News 9 it's a byproduct of oil and gas activity.
These are unforeseen conditions that happen on a lot of projects, and it seems to happen to us every time.
So commissioners hope to get that contract back on the agenda Wednesday. The proposed contractor says they could finish the work within 3 weeks.
A special meeting for the State Board of Education this Wednesday has now been approved. 4 board members requested that meeting to hire new legal counsel after the previous attorney stepped down from his position. The board was supposed to vote on this last week, but that monthly meeting was canceled by the state superintendent. The new special meeting is tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Well, state lawmakers will meet this morning at 9 to study the impact of food dyes on Oklahoma residents. Senators will look at how the additives impact public health, the workforce, and agriculture. Edmond Senator Kristen Thompson is leading the interim study. We talked to her earlier this year when she tried to pass a bill banning 21 additives.
Why are these harmful chemicals banned in other countries, but in America, where we have some of the highest healthcare spending, they're still allowed?
Now, her bill stalled in the Senate, but can be heard again in the upcoming session.
6:50 your time right now. Let's get one more check of traffic as you're heading out the door this morning. Taking a live look across the metro here on the Lucky Star Skycam network. And in the top left, that's our news tracker, Joey Mitchell. Right now, he's on the Northwest Expressway headed toward Council. You can see he's got his wipers going. Yeah, rain's coming down lightly, but you're still going to have a lot of wet roadways out there this morning. And then things certainly picking up on the Lake Hefner Parkway as well this morning, about what you'd expect as people are getting back to work. So no major incidents that are going to slow you down, just some wet roadways. So take some more time as you head out the door this morning.
Coming up, the Purcell Baseball Softball Association scores a major win off the field, a $25,000 grant to renovate their field. It's pretty awesome what the new funding means for local athletes and their families.
It's coming up on the Coca-Cola porch. A couple from Tennessee is bringing a new kind of bookstore to OKC. You can see how Lost and Bound is different from the rest. It's at 9.
Well, the Purcell Baseball Softball Association wins a $25,000 field renovation grant through the True Green Spaces campaign. This is awesome. This initiative is part of a multi-year partnership with the official lawn care treatment provider of minor league baseball. It's designed to give back to local communities. Purcell winning big. Just being honest, they could really use the money. Yeah. They said their field is in pretty bad shape. So I love that they won this $25,000 grant.
Oh, it's great. And they're going to have plenty of rain to help that grass grow down there.
No kidding. Hey, we've got rain falling in the metro right now. Let's take it to Links 1, show you Broadway Extension. The roads are wet. So if you're headed out the door, extra time into downtown. Your drive time is okay. Not seeing much in the way of ponding on the roads. It is light to moderate rain activity. So I'll show you the radar right now. It's coming in from the northwest. We do have some pockets of heavy rain, though, over Edmond right now, up to Mitch Park, to Oak Tree, down to I-35, and this will just continue building in from the west and the northwest. So about an 80 to 100% chance for rain here through the morning drive. For the kids at the bus stop, make sure they've got the rain gear. Once this moves out into the afternoon, about a 20% chance for an isolated shower or two. Highs, they're going to climb into the upper 70s, the low 80s, and that cold front comes through in two parts, Wednesday into Thursday. Could have a few strong to severe storms tomorrow night. We'll have more on that as we go through the rest of the day today. The second cold front early Friday, the weekend, rain chances and highs in the low 70s.
I don't see 90s on that.
Nope.
Hello, September. We're digging it.
I'm sure you guys are going to be talking about it. Rain chances for game day Saturday morning. We'll have it all. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 9.